Yo, what up? It's your man TWCJ.
Your man TWC Hollow.
And we here for week 2 review of the NFL, man. Another great week. You feel me? Week 2. A lot of stories, different stories in the making for week 2 and things like that. But yeah, good week. How you feel about this week 2 overall?
Another good week. Another good week. Good games, couple upsets. Seahawks got the victory at the Steelers. I told a guy at the work, they was go get the victory. Thought I was, full of it, but overall, it's good games.
You might have been
Broncos.
full of it though, but
Yeah, I mean at the time, but hey, they did what they did.
Yeah.
Colts and Broncos was a good game. That was a good game as well. We had a couple Monday night games,
doubleheader week, all type of things. But we go start from the beginning, which was Thursday night football. Washington Commanders versus the Green Bay Packers. You know I'm a Washington fan to the diehard. Go. You feel me? But this one stung. You know what I'm saying? This one really stung a little bit. You did. We got a lot of offensive issues that we gotta tighten up going into week 3 and week 4 because we about to go on a road trip. You feel me?
Okay.
A tough road trip at that. So yeah, man, we gotta tighten up that line. We gotta get our receivers and our backs, tightened up, and it's all the things we gotta get tightened up. But go ahead, fill them in about that game.
Commanders at the Packers Thursday night football. The Packers won 27-18.
That bitch Micah.
Yeah. Before the Washington Commanders, Daniels 24 passes completed out of 42 attempts, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns a night. Austin Eckler, man, he had 8 carries, 17 yards. He went down a non-contact injury for his Achilles, so he's sadly out for your prayers to him.
Prayers, brother, prayers. And we just got rid of the one back.
I was just about to say something about that.
Go ahead and mention him because that's crazy.
Brian Robinson, they should never trade him.
But we don't know what they saw in practice. You feel me? Austin probably was outshining and doing his thing.
Then the other dude,
the
rookie, Corey
Yep. He probably was doing things. So we go get beat. Get him out of there. But fuck, bro.
Zach Ertz led the team receiving with 6 receptions, 64 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. Packers, Jordan Love, 19 passes completed out of 31 attempts, 292 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Josh Jacobs had a nice day with 23 carries, 84 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Tucker Kraft, man, I told y'all, if y'all look at my tight end video, he's a top 10 tight end, 6 receptions, 124 yards, 1 receiving touchdown for the Packers. Like I said, Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft led the way for the Green Bay Thursday night. Romeo Doubs, he found the end zone. Josh Jacobs, the Packers defense was just off to a hot start, man. And Commanders did fight late, but it was the writing was already on the wall. Micah Parsons had a good game, just another pressure, man. Packers defense was swarming at Jaden Daniels, and Jaden Daniels also is dealing with a sprained knee injury. So, like you said, the offensive line, they got to get that right, get that situation right, and spread the offense out a little more. Get the wide receivers more involved as well.
And for the Packers, with Jaden Reed, did you say that?
Yes. No, I did not.
Jaden Reed, is dealing with an injury and concern, but there is still bright future for the Packers. You feel me?
Yeah, shoulder injury, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
We're going to move on to our Sunday games. We're going to start with the Super Bowl rematch, which was the Eagles. Was that the Super Bowl rematch?
Yeah. Why are you going to wait till 4 o'clock games?
Because I'm looking at it from I'm looking at it through their shit. Thursday, Sunday. So I'm just looking at it how they got it set up.
Well, we go that way. All right.
You see how you trying to get up on me and shit? And I'm looking at it. I'm looking directly at ESPN and Thursday. Then they went straight to Sunday, and that was the first one. That's what they wanted to talk about first. Eagles versus the Chiefs Super Bowl matchup. Was that the 4 o'clock game?
Yeah. Good game, Eagles. Eagles. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. Fly high. Y'all keep hating on the push. All this and that. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. Like, there's nothing crazy about it. Nothing crazy about it. It's just everybody stacked up and push. Get your best man. your best offensive lineman out there and push. Y'all ain't doing that, you know. But for the Eagles, for the Kansas City Chiefs, Eagles won this game 2017 in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, 60 passes completed out of 29 attempts, 187 yards passing. He had a touchdown and an interception. Led the team in rushing again with 7 carries, 68 yards.
We go talk
Had a
about that.
rushing touchdown as well. Travis Kelce with 4 receptions, 61 yards. For Kansas City, the defense for the Eagles, man, made it tough for Travis Kelce in the offense. As you know, as you seen, I seen it really early. Like they play, they bump him, they play aggressive. They don't just let him get to his route, because you let him get to his routes, he gonna have a day. He's gonna have a ball. And they just stayed on his good coverage. Andrew McCouber with interception, but for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 50 passes completed out of 22 attempts, 100 yards. Saquon Barkley with 22 carries, 88 yards. He had a rushing touchdown, 13-yard run touchdown. Devontae Smith led team receiving with 4 receptions, 53 yards receiving. He had that tough catch down late in the game, for us to get to that, score that touch push at the end of the drive. So that was key. But like I said, for the key to the game, Andrew McCouber, rookie out of Texas, a 3rd-round pick. He had an interception, he had a tackle, half a sack, 6 tackles, and he had a game. Devontae Smith, like I said, with the clutch. Everybody still talking about the touch push. It was false start and whatever it may be, but they didn't stop it. If 4th and goal, whatever, still didn't stop it.
As a biased fan will say, they didn't stop it.
They did.
But let's talk about what I said last week.
Yeah.
Kansas City cannot rely on Patrick Mahomes leading the team in rushing yards for the season. That is not what we want him to do. That is not what we want him to rely upon. You got to get that rushing game going and going fast. This is the first time under the Patrick Mahomes era where they fall 0-2. You did, and it's like they fell out the top 10 power ranking for week 3 coming up. Come on, man. I don't want to throw that flag in, but it's looking nasty, Kansas, man. It's looking nasty. But with that man, number 15, anything is possible. With that man, number 15, and Andy Reid handling the ship. But y'all got to get that run game going, man. Y'all got to get it going.
As for the Eagles won the game, but they have to get the passing game going, because we go back home to the link and we face the Los Angeles Rams, and that offense is nothing to sneeze at. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford, he's healthy, it's going to be a game. So, we got a chess match coming in. Young defense as well. Rams got a nice defense as well. So, we got to get ready, but we got to get that passing attack going. And get ready, AJ and Devontae.
Y'all passing, man. What's been going on? Y'all got weapons.
He's just new office coordinator, still trying to find his way.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. So what's the next game?
We gonna move on to the Rams and the Titans. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give them the scoop on that game.
Rams at the Titans. Rams won the game 33-19. For the Tennessee Titans, Cam Ward, 14 passes completed at 33 attempts. 175 yards passing, a passing touchdown. Tony Pollard had 20 carries, 91 yards rushing. Calvin Ridley with 3 receptions, 57 yards receiving for Tennessee Titans. Oh, man, it was a tough game. But for the Rams, Matthew Stafford, 25 passes completed out 33 attempts, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kyron Williams with 17 carries, 66 yards rushing. Devontae Allen with 6 receptions, 106 yards receiving. Stafford threw 2 touchdowns as they spoiled the Titans and Cam Ward home season opener. They had 20 points and scored in the second half, and the Rams then look back as they go 2-0, and the Titans fall to 0-2.
If Stafford could stay healthy, man, it's a very few teams that want to see them.
Yeah,
they got weapons.
They
got talent,
and they got a good head coach. I like Sean McVay.
If Stafford can stay healthy, it's gonna be a very few teams that want to see them when it comes to January. You know what I'm saying? This and that. It's gonna be Sean. They rolling.
Devontae and Puka, they really get gelling.
Two top 10 damn receivers in the league.
That's what I'm saying. Let the offense get even better than what it's even gonna get better to. So let it reach its potential.
All they got to do is hold up, block for him, and keep him healthy.
Yeah.
And they could get through. If they could get to Jalen, this is like I said, there's very few teams with the weapons on defense side that can stop them boys. You dig? But that's all you want to elaborate on that game, brother.
Yeah, Cam Ward, tough game.
But he's
still young.
He's still getting his numbers. He's still filling it out. You feel me? He's doing better than what.
Oh, I'm not doubting him. I'm just saying, it's still early. It's a tough game, but head high, and I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you. Titans, everything, piece together. Cause everything's gonna come together.
They still rebuilding.
Yeah, still rebuilding, man. But I'm rooting for you, Cam Ward.
Yeah, I am too, brother. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is the Jaguars versus the Bengals. Bengals come out with the dub.
Let me talk about this. So the Bengals won a game 31-27 late in the first quarter. The man, the great hope, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati, went down with a toe turf injury on his left foot, and he did not return the game. But for the Jacksonville Jaguars, we'll talk about the Bengals in a minute. But for Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, 24 passes complete out of 42 attempts, 271 yards. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It's crazy. Travis Etienne with 14 carries, 77 yards rushing. Parker Washington led team receiving with 5 receptions, 76 yards receiving. But Jake Browning for Cincinnati Bengals, he stepped in, 21 passes completed out, 32 attempts, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 300 yards passing. Oh man, good game. But Jamar Chase, he came to life, man, with 14 receptions, 165 yards receiving, touchdown.
Yeah.
Chase Brown, he had 16 carries, 47 yards rushing.
Hollywood?
No, Chase Brown. Chase Brown.
My bad. The devil's lettuce. Right.
But it was a crazy game overall. Like I said, Jake Brown did seal the deal for the Bengals. Well, in the first half, like I said, you had the nightmare with Joe Burrow. But overall, Brown did relieve Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals late with 18 seconds down the field with a game-winning touchdown.
Brownie one of them quarterbacks that could come in and get you a couple wins, though. You feel me? He been there, he done it. You dig? So Joe just rest up, get that toe better. I got a little confidence. He got the weapons to get, Yeah. So Brownie, you got the weapons. All you gotta do is go out there and put him right where you need to put it at, bro.
It was a good game overall. But the Bengals were just showing resiliency and triumph to still getting the game, finish the game with the W. Without your starting quarterback, your franchise player, Joe Burrow. So prayers, Joe Burrow. Hope you get better too.
Next game we're going to be talking about is Cleveland Browns versus the Ravens, man. Shit.
BTA.
It ain't too much to say about this game. Ravens did what the Ravens normally do, and the Browns did what the Browns normally do. You feel me?
Yeah. So
before I let bro take over, y'all know what to do, man. That's all I'm gonna do. Y'all know what to do. You go ahead, brother.
Joe Flacco with 25 passes completed out of 45 attempts, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Quinshon Judkins made his debut with 10 carries, 61 yards rushing for the Cleveland Browns. Jerry Jeudy with 4 receptions, 51 yards receiving for the Cleveland Browns. But for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, 19 passes completed out of 29 attempts, 225 yards, 4 passing touchdowns of the day. Derrick Henry only had Larry carries, 23 yards rushing. Zay Flower with 7 receptions, 71 yards receiving. Devontae Walker had 2 receiving touchdowns of the day.
Okay.
Roquan Smith had a 63-yard fumble recovery to the house.
Roquan.
So it was a good game. Lamar Jackson, like that, threw 4 touchdowns. The Ravens, they finish strong and they get an AFC North victory.
You get a touchdown. You feel me? It ain't nothing else to say, bro. BTA. Ravens did what they did. Lamar looking like an MVP.
Ravens improved to 1-1. The Browns fall to 0-2.
This all I gotta say.
Cleveland.
Perfect time, man. But we're gonna jump to the Bills and Jets. You could say another BTA. You did. Go ahead, man. Big Bills, big Jets. So you must have wrote that one down.
Must not.
You can't look over here because this phone cracked up. What's he got? You didn't write the Bills and Jets
I
down?
thought I did, bro.
And my shit don't spin sideways. Damn. I can't even tell you the or not. Well, we're gonna move on past that one. Bills and Jets. I know Jets. But the Bills won. They approved to 2-0. And Jets fall to where the fuck they fall to.
Justin Fields let the game of concussion. He did not return. He won't be playing this weekend.
So do you got the Patriots and Dolphins wrote down?
Yes.
The next one.
That's what I thought you was gonna do.
Patriots and
there
the Dolphins.
There we go.
There we go. No, nigga. No.
Yeah, the real AFC East.
Oh my god.
Patriots at the Dolphins. This is a good ass game, man. For the Patriots, they come out, they leave Miami with a W. Miami falls to 0-2. Patriots get the W 33-27. In the fourth quarter, the Miami Dolphins had a return for a touchdown. Then after that, Antonio Gibson went right back with a kickoff return, turned to the house, 90-yard return to the house, and the New England Patriots did not look back. Mike Vrabel actually chased Antonio Gibson down the sideline when he was going for the touchdown.
Yep.
For the Dolphins, man, Tua Tagovailoa, 26 passes completed out 32 attempts, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Devon Achane with 11 carries, 30 yards. Tyreek Hill had 6 receptions, 109 yards receiving for the Miami Dolphins. But for the New England Patriots, Drake May, 19 passes completed out 23 attempts, 230 yards. He had 3 touchdowns a day, 2 passing, 1 rushing. Ramondre Stevenson had 11 carries, 54 yards rushing, and he led the team receiving with 5 receptions, 88 yards for the New England Patriots. Milton Williams had 2 sacks.
Milton!
He had 2 sacks a day for the Patriots. New England Patriots, they get an AFC East win, division win.
Milton!
Drake May had 2 passes and a rush touchdown. The 90-yard kickoff return by Antonio Gibson sealed the deal. In the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left. As the Patriots didn't look back, they get the first win of the season. They improved to 1-1. The Dolphins fall to 0-2 before the Miami Dolphins.
Hey, listen, hold on. Before you do that.
Yeah.
Tagovailoa, whatever the fuck your name is. It's time, man. Time to step up or step out, man. It's time. That's all I want to say.
Miami. Dolphins. It's time to step up. Like, come on, man. I feel bad for my teacher, man. Mr.
Come on,
I feel
man.
bad for my teacher, man. Mr.
Don't feel bad for that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Don't feel bad. He ain't feel bad for you giving you that F, my nigga.
It's funny.
Let's move on past that now. We got them 49ers versus them Saints, you dig? Which was a nice game.
The 49ers, no Brock Purdy, no George Kittle. They go in New Orleans and they get the victory. 26-21. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones.
Before we talk about the Niners, let's talk about the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler, 25 passes completed out 34 attempts, 207 yards, 3 passing touchdowns of the day, no interceptions. Alvin Kamara with 21 carries, 99 yards rushing today. Chris Olave led team receiving with 6 receptions, 54 yards receiving. Stay healthy, Chris Olave, my boy. It was a good game overall, but for the Niners, they did what they had to do. Mac Jones, 26 passes, 39 attempts, 279 yards pass, 3 touchdowns of the day.
3 teddies?
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey with 15 carries, 55 yards rush of the day. Juan Jennings had 5 receptions, 89 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. It was a good game for the Niners. Like I said, Mac Jones stepped in. He had 3 touchdowns. Fred Warner, he had made an impact on defense.
Freddie.
So don't forget about the Niners, Don't forget about the Niners. They moved to 2-0 without Brock Purdy. I think they play Arizona next in week 3. So we'll see how that goes. Brock Purdy has been trending right into the right direction. I've been seeing the reports so far today. And he's been looking good progressively. So hopefully we see him play. If not, Mac Jones has another chance to,
We wishing for a speedy recovery, my boy.
Brock, get that ball. Stay healthy.
Our next game is the Giants versus them Cowboys. Did you write that down?
Yeah, dude.
Just let me know.
God damn.
Did you write that down?
It's right here, bro.
You gotta start asking some shit now. You gotta start pre-checking work around this bitch.
Pre-checking work. This is a good ass game. It's probably one of the best games of the 1 o'clock games, you know. Cowboys, boy, they survived a scare from the New York Giants, 40-30.
Cowboys is trash,
overtime.
Bro. Y'all had to go overtime with the Giants, bro. Y'all boys is bums, bro. I don't even want to talk about this bum ass team.
Russell Wilson, let him cook. Was back to cooking, man. 30 out of 41 passes, 30 passes out of 41 attempts. 450 yards.
Damn, hold on, player of the fucking week. Y'all got player of the week.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Cam Scatterbo, my boy from Arizona State with 11 carries, 45 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown. Malik Neighbors with 9 receptions, 167 yards receiving, 2 receiving touchdowns. Before Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 38 attempts out of 52, 38 passes out of 52 attempts. 361 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Javonte Williams had 18 carries, 97 yards rushing. He had a rushing touchdown as well. CeeDee Lamb with 9 receptions, 112 yards receiving. 112 yards receiving.
Just slow it down.
Kenny Clark, new addition. You know,
the new addition. We ain't talking about the man.
Had a sack as well in this game, but the man of the day was Brandon Aubrey. The kicker.
No Drake.
Weak as hell. For Dallas Cowboys, we had 4 field goals a day, but the last 2 was 60-yarder to go to overtime, you know, and then the 46-yarder to end it in overtime and win the game. As the Cowboys, they get their first win of the season. They improved to 1-1. The Giants fall to 0-2. As the Giants, they play Kansas City next, man.
And they both need to win. And they both 0-2.
Yeah.
But as we travel, we're going to travel up to the D and go to the Bears versus the Lions. With the Lions coming out on
BTA.
We really don't got to talk about this, man. It's BTA, but since we're 45 minutes away from Detroit, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, man. The Lions won this game 52-21, but for Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, 19 passes completed at 30 attempts, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. DeAndre Swift with 12 carries, 63 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown. Rome Odunze,
what he do?
7 receptions, 129 yards receiving, 2 receiving touchdowns today for the Chicago Bears.
But it wasn't enough.
Jared Efficient Golf. That's my new name for him.
Jared Efficient Golf.
23 passes.
The golf from Jared.
23 passes completed out of 28 attempts, 334 yards, 5 touchdowns of the day.
5 tutties.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
I might run one in too, bitch.
Jahmyr Gibbs with 12 carries, 94 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Amon St. Brown with 9 receptions, 112 yards receiving, 3 receiving touchdowns of the day. For the
he
Detroit
caught 3
Lions.
of them things from you get a touchdown. You one more.
Detroit Lions, they went back to their winning ways, but with Ben Johnson on the other side of the sidelines this time,
kicking his ass.
In Ford Field, like I said, Jared Goff was efficient. Amon St. Brown with 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery both found the end zone in this game. The Lions, they get an NFC North win. They go to 1-1 in the season. The Bears fall to 0-2. Bears, it's still early. Caleb.
Nope. Fuck that. You gotta answer. You gotta step up. It's that year, Caleb.
It's year 2.
I don't give a fuck.
It's year 2.
I don't care. Step up.
It's year 2.
You in the Bears.
It's year 2.
Let's move on, my nigga. Here goes one of them upsets alerts. Seahawks came into Pittsburgh and did what they did. Stole one on the road. And yeah, I'm excited about that.
Seahawks won the game 31-17, like I said, on the road in Pittsburgh. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, 18 passes completed out of 33 attempts, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 298 yards.
It's time to hang it up. Time to hang it up. Time to fucking hang it. And y'all didn't go get Shador. Oh my God, man. Go hang that shit up, man.
Jalen Warren with 14 carries, 48 yards. And he led the team receiving with 4 receptions, 86 yards receiving for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. The Seahawks defensive line was nice, man, against this game. But Sam Darnold, man, he had 22 passes completed at 33 attempts, 295 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jackson Smith, the Jigba.
That's why I called him the Suds, bro. He's the 2 of 2. Like, the Suds shit.
Jackson Smith, the Jigba, 8 receptions, 103 yards receiving today. Seahawks defense, man. They had 3 sacks, 2 interceptions. George Holani, he had the play of the day, off the
by your Legion of Boom.
No. Yeah. They getting there. They trying to get there. The defensive line is nice. The defensive line is solid.
Okay.
But George Holani, he had a touchdown. He got the touchdown off the Caleb Johnson blunder off the kickoff return. That was the tail of the game for real. So after that, it was really over for the Steelers, and so it was a good game. But Kenneth Walker, he had 13 carries, 105 yards, rushing and a touchdown for the Seahawks. The run defense was just nice, and they came in, they played relentless, and they made it tough for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offensive line as they get a road victory, 31-17. The Seahawks improved to 1-1. The Steelers fall to 1-1.
Well, let's move on. Broncos versus the Colts. The Broncos went down to Indiana and got turned right back around because they ain't had that ID, man. Got beat up on. It wasn't beat up on. It was a good game, actually. But they lost. You dig? And boy, go.
First of all, it was a good-ass game.
I just said it was a good game.
Good game. I don't know, but don't be now. But good game overall. 29-26. Colts got the victory, man. It was hectic.
It was
hectic. Bo Nix for the Denver Broncos, 22 passes completed out of 30 attempts, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception of the day, of 203 yards passing a day. J.K. Dobbins with 14 carries, 76 yards rushing, at a rushing touchdown as well. Troy Franklin led the team in receiving with 8 receptions, 89 yards receiving, 1 receiving touchdown of the day for the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos defense was not on point today, but because Daniel Jones, he had 23 passes out of 34 attempts,
Danny Dimes,
316 yards passing, 1 receiving, 1 passing touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 165 yards rushing of the day. Man, he went crazy on that.
JT reminded me of LT.
Tyler Warren, the rookie out of Penn State, 4 receptions, 79 yards receiving, and led team in receiving day for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
But the man of the day is Spencer Schrader of the Indianapolis. No, Spencer Schrader. He hit the game-winning field goal. DeAndre Tillman for the Denver Broncos linebacker was flagged for leverage. A 15-yard penalty. He had missed the 60-yard field goal, so they got life off that penalty, and he hit the 45-yard field goal for the win. The Colts got the ball, and they drove back down the field, and they got the field goal in time, and but they got a blessing along the way with it. We
got the man.
Yeah. Troy Franklin, Adam Trotman, Marvin Mills, and J.K. Dobbins all scored for the Denver Broncos. Jonathan Taylor, like I said, was Himothy. He had 165 yards receiving against the good Broncos defense. The Colts, they are improved to 2-0, and they have not used their punter yet this season.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Punt getting paid for free. Getting paid just to be there.
The Broncos, they fall to 1-1, but this was a good game, man. It was a good game. One of the best games of this week too.
Yep.
But Colts, they 2-0. Broncos, fall to 1-1. So, hey,
but they ain't been 2-0 since.
Been a minute, but hey, they looking good. So stay on it, Coach.
And we're gonna roll on to the next game with the Panthers and Cardinals, man. Another good game. Another nail biter.
Yeah.
You dig?
For the Arizona Cardinals in the Carolina Panthers. For the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young, 35 passes completed out of 55 attempts. God damn. 328 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Chase Hubbard with 10 carries, 33 yards. Tet McMillan, rookie from Arizona, just call Tet. Don't want to say
McMillan.
6 receptions, 100 yards, receiving. For the Carolina Panthers.
I need to see more Jimmy Horn, man. Where my man Jimmy at?
Yeah, man.
Show me Jimmy.
Yeah, because y'all ain't losing Xavier Leggett right either. Like, why y'all keep giving him bubble screen passes?
Man? Oh, yeah, talk about that.
He's like 6'3", 6'4". Like, give him slant, go route, a post. Like, what are we doing? Like, stop getting him passing in the backfield like he's a 5'10" player. This guy is.
Use him like Detroit was using Megatron, man. Send that nigga down the field.
Y'all got him and Ted. Like, come on, David Canals, get it together, man. Get it together.
Them little plaques, the little things y'all been throwing to him, get them to Jimmy, man. What y'all doing?
Yeah, for real.
My bad. No, our bad. But,
Before the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, 17 passes completed out 25 attempts, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. James Conner had 11 carries, 34 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown. Trey McBride led the team in receiving with 6 receptions, 78 yards receiving. Get Trey McBride to the end zone this season, man.
Please get him there, man.
But Calais Campbell had 2 sacks today in the game, sealing sack for the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Panthers.
Yeah, almost. The Panthers, they did, had a little fight, come back. They were down 27-3. Finished the game, scored 22 points. Like I said, Cardinals had 27 lead, but Panthers, Hunter Renfrow had 2 touchdowns. Bryce Young with over 300 yards. But Xavier Collins, he had a fumble recovery. Calais Campbell, like I said, with 2 sacks for the Cardinals as they sealed the game. The Cardinals, they quietly go to 2-0.
They quietly go to, and y'all better, like you said last week. I think you said last week, like y'all better be watching out for. I think what's that the Cardinals? You said that about? Yeah, y'all gotta watch out for them sneaky bastards right there.
Like Kyler Murray, they got a good coach. They got Jonathan Gannon, so pieces around there solid. So Cardinals, they quietly go 2-0, and the Panthers, they fall to 0-2. So good game. I think the Cardinals, they play a NFC West division opponent, San Francisco 49ers. And for the Panthers, we'll see how that goes for next week.
Yep, and we're going to drive on down to, the Vikings versus the Falcons. You did with the Vikings. That's the Vikings. I put Falcons and Vikings together. With the Falcons coming in town and still in the game, you did. Go ahead and give them the info, man.
Falcons defense was
outrageous, iniquitous.
Parker Romo, he had 5 field goals. But when you talk about the Vikings, the Falcons won this game 22-6 before the Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy with 11 passes completed out 21 attempts, 100.
What'd you tell him?
150
on the real
yards,
JJ, man.
2 interceptions. Jordan Mason with 9 carries, 30 yards rushing. Justin Jefferson with 3 receptions, 81 yards receiving for the Minnesota Vikings. But for the Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix Jr. with 13 passes completed out 21 attempts, 135 yards. Bijan Robinson with 22 carries, 143 yards rushing the other day. Drake London had 3 receptions, 49 yards receiving. But like I said, the Falcons defense recorded 6 sacks and 2 interceptions. JJ McCarthy, he had a bad ankle. He left the game with a bad ankle. He won't be playing. He won't be playing the next couple weeks. But Bijan Robinson, he had 143 yards rushing. Tyler Algier had the only touchdown, but Parker Romo, he had 5 field goals for the Atlanta Falcons, as the Falcons, they storm into Minnesota and they get a Sunday night victory. They improve to 1-1. The Vikings, they fall to 1-1. So for the Vikings, no Aaron Jones, no JJ McCarthy.
Tough.
It's hard. Yeah.
Tough. That's all you can say is tough.
Before we move on.
Go ahead.
How you feel about you think the Vikings? It's still early. You think the Vikings made a mistake letting the Suns walk? Sam Darnold work?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I want to hear. But Vikings fall to 1-1. Falcons improve to 1-1. Falcons win 22-6 Sunday night football game.
Only because Blood not ready like Darnold was.
Yeah.
They needed to develop another year and a half, maybe 2, then come out. That's why. But let's move on to our double header Monday. You feel me? We started off with the Buccaneers in Texas.
Yes, sir.
You dig? The Bucks came into Texas, came into town, and you know how to shoot out. Well, not the shootout, but they shot them niggas up, and
Chef Jojo.
you dig, and came out with the victory.
Bucks won this game 20-19. The Buccaneers, they rallied, they got the victory under 2 minutes left. Before the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud, 13 passes completed out 24 attempts, 207 yards, 1 touchdown a day. Nick Chubb had 12 carries, 43 yards. He found the end zone, a 25-yard rushing touchdown of the night. Nick Collins with 3 receptions, 52 yards receiving. He had a receiving touchdown. That was a hell of a touchdown catch he had for the Houston Texans, but for the
Hell of a catch.
Yeah, it was.
Hell of a catch.
But for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, 25 passes completed out 38 attempts, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns of the day. Bucky Irvin led the team in rushing with 17 carries, 71 yards. Mike
Captain
Evans,
America.
Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, 5 receptions, 56
First
yards.
round ballot.
Yeah, first round ballot for sure. 5 receptions, 56 yards receiving for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Levante David, he had a solid game, man, on the defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Emeka Ibuka, he found the end zone again. He's tied with 3 reception touchdowns this season, so he's tied for first in that category. And so he's looking to get that Offensive Rookie of the Year award. He's balling. He's gelling in this offense with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
They were down 19-14 with under 2 minutes left. Rallied down the field on an 11-play, 80-yard drive. Baker Mayfield, Rashad Wright. Rashad Wright had the game-winning 2-yard field run for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As the Buccaneers, they improve to 2-0, and the Texans fall to 0-2. Tough game for the Texans.
I thought everything was bigger in Texas, man. I don't see too much. Get it together. But for our last game of the week 2 was the Chargers versus the Raiders. The Chargers charged in town and couldn't be stopped. You did. And
Chargers won this game 20-9 in Las Vegas. Before the Las Vegas Raiders, Geno Smith, 24 passes completed out of 43 attempts, 180 yards, 3 interceptions of the night, with Tom Brady in the headset with the booth watching the game. Aston Genty with 11 carries, 43 yards. He had a mean little run in the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Myers led the team receiving with 6 receptions, 68 yards receiving for the Oakland Raiders, as they only scored 3 field goals of the night. Before the Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert, 19 passes completed out of 27 attempts, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns of the day.
Mm-hmm.
He also led the team in rushing with 9 carries, 31 yards. Quentin Johnson with 3 receptions, 71 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. He had a 60-yard touchdown. Keenan Allen also found the end zone, but the Chargers defense, they forced Geno Smith to throw 3 interceptions, and the Raiders,
Tom Brady was looking like,
yeah. And the Raiders only, like I said, scored 3 field goals. Cameron Dicker, he had 2 field goals for the Chargers. Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson both found the end zone as well. Chargers, they get another AFC West win. They improved to 2-0. The Raiders fall to 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good game. Watch out with Justin Herbert. Look at you trying to get that MVP award, man. He did.
I tell you last week.
Yeah.
That was my player of the week.
Yeah, man.
For this week, who is your player of the week?
Man, who is my player of the week? This week. Man. I'm going to have to go with Daniel Jones, man.
Danny Dimes.
He's reviving himself, man. He's reviving himself. 300. Another solid game. 300 yards passing. Under 9 incompletions. Again, another game under 10 incompletions of the game. 300 yards passing. He's looking good in the NFC Coast offense, man. Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, Donnie Mitchell, Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor. So he has pieces in the coast. So I think they're going to be an underrated team this season. So watch out for them. But Danny Jones, man. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones is my player of the week. Shout out to you, man. You went from the NFCs, and you found your way, man. You finding your way. Man.
My player of the week is none other than Micah Parsons, the machine on defense. That one piece that they needed. and he came in and making
He
impact
man.
out the gates, and you can see the impact that he left over in Dallas.
Yeah.
The hole that he left over there, and the hole he felt over in the Packers.
Man.
And yeah, that's my player of the week. No more said. No more said. But before we get out of here, we go get into the top 10 NFL power ranking coming into week 3. You dig? And the top 4 teams didn't change from last week to this week, which is number 1, the Eagles, number 2, the Bills, number 3, the Ravens, and number 4, the Packers. You dig? So then we'll get in number 5 is the Buccaneers. You dig? Which is they moved up 1 spot this week. Then number 6 was the Lions, and they moved up 2 spots this week. Number 7 was the Rams, and they moved up 3 spots this week. Number 8 was the Commanders, and they moved down 1 spot this week. Number 9 was the Chargers, and they moved up 4 spots.
Hey, number 9?
Yes, sir. And number 10 is the Broncos, and they moved down 1 spot. So anybody you surprised? I see the Chargers was
that got me off guard. 2-0, 2 division wins. Justin Herbert playing lights out, no interceptions. Quentin Johnson, he balling, he catching the ball, he found the end zone. Keenan Allen had a touch. I mean, defense looked good. I thought they'd be higher. Hey, I mean, they on there.
They moved up 4 spots though. Hey, they was out the top 10 last week.
Well, they in there this week, so
that's good. What about the Commanders? They surprised you too, I seen.
Yeah, that's cool at 8. They might see something that we don't.
They was at 7 last week. They moved down 1 spot.
Okay.
The Broncos top 10. Then you have them top 10 defense?
I did.
You did. They top 10 overall.
Got a solid team. They just gotta keep it together, keep piecing it together. Bo Nixon, they got a good coach. Sean Payton's the head coach, so piece together. Defense, they just gotta tighten up some things. Drake Greenlaw is still gonna come back for them. We don't know when so he's gonna come back for them for the Broncos defense. But overall, it was a good game. Patrick Surtain, he had a good game, like 11 tackles for the Broncos. But overall, I mean, we'll see how it goes. We got the rest of the season to go for the Broncos, and who will win that AFC West division?
Who you got?
Broncos and Chargers are up.
Who you got?
I don't want to go against the Chiefs, but hey, I was gonna say the Broncos before, but
I got the Chargers. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, my favorite player.
Yeah, I like Justin Herbert.
I'm going Chargers. It's his year.
Yeah,
it's his year, man. But my player of the week was Michael Parsons. His player of the week was Danny Dimes. Daniel Jones.
My boy from Lowe.
I'm TWCJ.
The more TWC Hollow here in the Hollow's Den. Week 2 NFL recap. Tune in, like, subscribe, comment what you guys think about the video, and we will be back next week with week 3 recap.
Either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Either or the video will be uploaded. So
depending on what my boy got, if his research is done today.
I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna do it Monday.
My boy research be done.
I'm gonna do my shit Monday.
In time. But this week I was a little, off, you feel me? But Brody took care. He took the ball and ran with it and scored a touchdown. And I appreciate him. You did. But, we still in them slums.
Getting it done, man. It's your boy TWCJ and TWC Hollow. We're here in the Hollow's Den and we're logging out.